What's up, guys? So, back at it again with the cart, and you can already see Tony's busted out his nice 2.5-inch piping. And I got home.
You didn't tell them our idea from the last video on what we were doing for this manifold setup.
Well, we weren't really sure. Originally, we were still going to go with that turbo one and do that dump. But I get home because finally got the vet kind of figured out, took it for a drive in that amazing weather out there. So I lost the back end a couple of times. Don't worry, there'll be a video on the vet soon. Tony's upset that I'm really happy about the vet. But I get home and I see Tony did this to those headers. And the idea that we're talking about
2x4 is the new head.
Yeah, this 2x4 is the motor. So how many horsepower do you think this puts out?
At least a million. Is someone really weed eating right now in this weather?
I think so. Somebody was mowing yesterday. But Tony's going to explain his cockamamie idea right now.
So, right here, we're going to use a hole saw. Drill those 4 holes, slide this into it. So each of these are going to slide into the holes drilled. Weld them up. This is going to be cut right there for another 90 because we only had 190 left.
And you're thinking about just cutting that too and just throwing the 45s on them?
But so what's the plan for this is basically they're going to come out on each side just about like this and wrap into...
We'll have to get the spacing. We might... And really, the only reason why we're doing the exhaust right now is because we weren't able to finish up the motor mounts or anything like that because we don't know where the exhaust is going to go.
But yeah, so basically each side is going to do something of this sort.
Which is like Mario Kart style, which is that ass.
It'll look pretty cool, hopefully.
Yeah, it definitely will. But we got to figure out if we need to move that back or not, or if we're going to have an integrated seat warmer, or...
Well, what we're going to do for right now is once we get it all welded up, we're going to flatten out this part of it. And that way it'll gain us a little bit. And that motor, what do we say? We need to set it up a little bit more?
Yeah, I think it just needs to roll back this way a little bit more. That'll give us enough space there. That brings that right there.
With flattening this a little bit and then heat wrapping it, we should be good.
Honestly, I really want a seat warmer, but Tony doesn't want to give it to me now. But, hey, if you guys haven't heard, this is our Go Kart, Kirky seat, extended frame, Gixxer 600 motor in it. Hey, we've gotten this done in like 4 days so far. Content's been spread out a little bit because I get busy and don't edit videos as fast as I should.
We got a new spindle coming in, beefy tie rods to put on it.
And then after that, it's just wheels and tires and wiring this up and seeing if we need to do some of that.
For sure. So I found out we for sure have to do this hoop before anything. Because this back here has to tie into the hoop or else this motor might just yank this up.
Interesting.
Yeah, I see.
So it's basically going to have to be right here and then right there?
Yeah, so basically hoop and then supports coming down, wing. It'll look pretty dope.
Okay, so that'll be good. But we'll be back in a second, guys. But this nice motor right here is holding this. And a problem we realized is originally Tony wanted to put these inside that. You know, just sticking it in, you know?
Yeah.
But awkwardness right there. My bad. But but these move off the head, so we can't go and stick them flush. Otherwise, we can't get a bolt through. So when we go to put this on, I mean, you could. We'll probably have to put the bolts that are going through the head.
You know what? You know what I just thought of?
What?
Instead of these.
Oh boy. Are you about to say studs?
Yeah, studs and nuts.
That is true. We could do that.
Be easy. What do you guys think? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be true. Rather than just the original bolts, but you'd still have to do it off the head though, wouldn't you?
What?
You would still have to do it like that, weld it on like that, right?
Yeah, I still have to weld it all up, but studs, you would just take this whole thing and slip it on.
Okay,
Hell
dude.
Easy as
Tony is thinking of solutions here.
Because this, I don't even. We wouldn't even. Yeah. Unless we turn these this way and then drop them in. And then
no, that's too much. That's too much. That's overhandling. But hey, we're getting her done. And Tony's is probably, you're about to weld this up to this though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here, folks.
Guys, this thing's gonna be freaking awesome. We're gonna be screaming freaking American bald eagles, and
there it goes. So instead of drilling on this side like we needed to, accidentally flipped it around. Not gonna say it's all Tony's fault because I should have told him he was wrong. Good friends are supposed to tell you when you're wrong, right, Tony? Yeah. So Tony's trying to think of how to make this work without having to do extra work. Okay, I don't know what you're doing at all.
All right, guys. So you know, we're back. We got the exhaust accidentally pointed towards the driver. It's the flamethrower mod. Yeah.
It's the seat warmer.
Yeah, complete accident, guys. Yeah.
We just weren't thinking at all.
Yeah. So
it's what, midnight right now?
Oh, something like that.
Because we're trying to get this done.
But accidents happen. Just got to make do with them. Got a couple ideas. But so yeah. So what I'm thinking,
dude, just straight like this. Just a straight 45.
So I actually had a couple freaking ideas. So I was like, where was I at?
Dude, can we make stacks actually? No. Like actually like.
No. Do you remember the hoop and everything?
Yeah.
You really gotta orient it all around that. But so like, I was out here.
Without me.
I got this evened on here. And which gave it space for the seat. And I was like, okay. So now if we notch them this way, we could run that bend, etc. And I was like, well,
but that bend's still.
No, it would work. It would work.
Okay.
Until I was like, okay, now where the engine's at.
The sprocket.
And then I was like, wait a minute, we've got to build this mount.
Still.
And then that's what brought to mind this motor.
Mm-hmm.
Because our biggest concern is this.
The sprocket, yeah.
This chain.
We might have to do that transfer case thing.
It's not gonna. So this freaking motor. I don't know why we didn't think of this.
Mm-hmm.
We can make this mounted up higher.
Yeah.
And I actually thought of this last night when I was going to bed.
You sleep.
Sometimes.
Lucky.
But I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Why didn't we think of this? Because we can literally make a cage bucket mount that can be bolted to this frame or welded to it.
Okay.
That can have this motor set higher. That way we have no chain issues. And the only thing we might need to do is add a freaking tensioner.
Yeah.
But then that comes to mind, if we start lifting this, guess where these pipes go? They come closer to there. But if we notch it there, but we really can't do much with this exhaust.
Because you put it on the wrong way.
Well, we can't do much with this exhaust. Yeah. I think the best option right now is to chop where I have these lines.
Okay.
And just square them off. And get this motor where we want it and get it lifted for that chain and then finish exhaust.
All right.
That's where I think we're at.
Because we really want to make like a really cool exhaust. But
yeah.
We also have...
And it was going to be freaking cool until I messed it up.
Yeah, so then we're just having to improvise now, which is
Man,
tons
I
of
messed
fun.
this up. Because it was going to be easy. This, instead of pointing out towards the freaking driver, was going to be going this way. And the only thing we were going to do is come right here and mount freaking one of these on each side. It was going to be as easy as that.
Yeah.
But now we're going to bring 2 more U's into this freaking mess.
That back piece, because I don't know if I can get around it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Looks great.
All right. Tony's got his welding attire on.
Yeah.
I still got Crocs, so I'm definitely gonna stand back. And yeah, it's not fun recording it when Tony welds.
Sure it is.
At all.
Don't let him lie to you. He loves the pain.
No, I don't. At all. You gonna do something? Do I need to kick you? Do I need to jump into your cage for you to do something?
No, you have to bang on the glass.
Alright. Alright, Harambe. Dude, my eyes don't lie. Dude, this is insane. No lie.
And this is fun. I mean, we might change up the exhaust again. Who knows?
Yeah, throw a Turbsky on her.
Yeah.
Or nitrous, you know?
Sell this kit to some other poor, sorry. Wait a minute. Let me do more.
Alright, so we got that on there. We're in there like swimwear.
Actually, this one's so we're just gonna do one more tap.
Alright, man. Tack it a little bit more. Dude, this is too ridiculous though. Bullhorn. In case
Yeah, bullhorns, really, yeah.
Dude. Pretty sure no one's seen an exhaust like this before.
Except on Mario Kart.
I like how I asked you before. Tell me when you were doing that. So I don't flash burn my face.
You blind now, bud? Dude, that is freaking ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not sure if we got it in the last clip because the GoPro was having some troubles, but thinking about doing some sort of baffling.
Yeah, a little bit, just to
I know you guys
muffle
are
it.
probably freaking out about the size of this pipe, but then we're going to come through here, cut maybe some portions like halfway through, slide an 1/8 inch steel plate, trim it up, weld it up, then do one on this side so it creates a maze that gives some back pressure and some sort of baffling.
Yeah, that way we just don't look ridiculous and can't perform, you know?
Right.
Alright, headers are off.
Dude, look, I'm a devil.
Motor doesn't look cool anymore. What were you just doing?
I'm a devil.
You're a bull. That's not devilish at all.
Hey. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Have fun with that now. Alright, Tony's actually gonna weld for realsies this time, you know?
Yeah, not a joke.
Not any of these questionable tacks. You see how questionable that is? It's really questionable. But I guess Tony kind of knows what he's doing.
Not really, but that's the point.
Dude, could we turn this around and make it dump on the wheels? We could.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't fit with all the bars and stuff, though, you know. Why do you keep moving? What the that was gas, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Did that get on camera?
Probably yes.
Whoops, guys, don't do this at home.
Don't have gasoline soaked rags at home. Know where your sparks go.
Hey, back to it. I actually hate welding on this table.
Yeah.
Like, this is so dangerous. But we're gonna continue. Alright guys, what's going on? We are back in the garage, our lair. So we're coming to get this mounted today. Got the shop doggy dog out here with us, Miss Osa Bear. Yeah, so we're gonna use some of this angle iron. I already got it measured out. We're gonna get this motor to be roughly 1.5 inches above the frame. That way we have less clearance issues for the chain. Might help us out with clearance to the back of the seat, who knows. But yeah, I got some measurements marked out on the angle iron. We're gonna get to cutting. Stay with us. All right guys, we're back. Just got off the table with these. Not literally on the table, I assure you, I was standing next to them while they're on the table. But anyways, yeah, I got the fronts 15-inch. Both of these are 15-inch long. Rears are 11-inch. So what we're gonna do is, you know, this is just a quick mock-up. I like to make all these legs. So got these back, one on each side, of course. Then get these on each side of these. Stand this up on those legs after cranking these tight on them. Stand them up and then take the motor out once I get because I want to box it all in. So make these mounts. So one right here, one right there, smaller ones in the back, and then box it all in, maybe an X, who knows, some crazy cool stuff, some gussets. I know Chance is gonna handle those. Those will look pretty sweet. But get that all boxed in, so that way the motor can be taken back out of that mount box, and then we can take that box, bring it over onto the frame, set it there, get an idea of how I don't know if we're gonna bolt it to the frame. I don't know if we're gonna weld it to the frame. I kind of like the idea of bolting it with some maybe some poly bushings in between. That kind of sounds like a good idea. Whatever to be safest while being awesome. Stay with us, guys. So a little update. We're coming over here, and this is one of the mounts. The bolt's back over there, and there was a bolt halfway threaded through it. I'm not sure if it'll thread any more through it, which came to my attention once I tried threading some bolts I had laying around for this one. Granted, we're a garage full of LS bolts. Not too many LS bolts are gonna work on this Japanese motor. I'm coming to find out this hole. Not sure if you guys can really see or tell. Camera's not wanting to focus. Looks to be stripped out a little bit, so we can't really get a bolt to do it. I couldn't even get the bolt that was threaded through there to thread on this side, which was kind of weird because when we got it, there was no bolt in there. Didn't really like pop any questions in my head, which tells me this had to have been dropped, because those are bolts that stick out a little bit outside the original Sportbike frame. So it might have been dropped and kinked up a bolt. They may have taken it out and had to force it out, causing it to strip because it was all binded up. So yeah, that kind of slowed down our progress. Got to figure out, we don't have a tap and die set, surprisingly. We might have to get one. I know we have to go to Lowe's to get some bolts that'll thread through this. Alright guys, we are back in the garage. Had to take a little bit of a lunch break, go grab me something to eat. Didn't end up going to Lowe's. I really just kind of made it work like we do everything. Here is what we are looking at now. It's got legs, can walk around now, guys. Pretty sweet. So what we're gonna do now is figure out the angles of these legs, and then see what we're looking at so we can start boxing it all in. What? I was up behind you. Bunny. Alright guys, so where we're at right now is I want these back mounts to be angled in. Actually, let me think on that. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. This is kind of hard figuring out the geometry for this thing. We might just make those straight up and down, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, we should, or else they'd both be narrowing it. So actually, what we're gonna do is set this up. Say hello, Big Belly. The big giant's walking. I'm just kidding. My pregnant wife. All right. Smoky. Welded on a 2x4, so caught some flames a few times. You guys probably seen. I probably smell a lot. Yeah, so this side's fairly put together for right now. I'll clean it up and actually lay some half decent welds. We're gonna get another cross brace, same thing, going from this side to that side, and then link them up. That way it keeps the spacing that I want. Yeah, we'll go from there. What is up, guys? We are back in the garage knocking out some more work on the Gixxer shifter cart. It is coming along pretty nicely. Had to make this whole cage. Let me get you guys a good view. This is the whole mounting, I guess you could say motor mount, but it's more just a mounting cage for the Gixxer motor. Fits on there perfectly. I think we're gonna go ahead and get this leveled out and straight and welded up to the frame, and then for the actual mounting bolt holes, we're gonna probably just get some rubber, I guess, pieces that fit in between, just to kind of isolate any sort of vibration and kind of absorb, etc., just so we don't risk anything. I don't remember if there's any rubber mounts on the Gixxer, so we're just gonna do it like that anyways, just because this is a go-kart frame and we don't want anything to crack. We want it to be strong, so yeah, we're gonna get this welded up and go from there. Alright guys, gonna get some welds put on this. I'm excited. Like, this thing's gonna be ridiculous. This thing came along pretty quickly. This motor mount is looking pretty beefy. So we're gonna get it tacked to the frame. And a lot of these, like, I don't know if you guys could tell, like, a lot of these are just really thick tacks. I'd like to get everything relatively put where it needs to be, put on, strip it all back down, and strip the frame, get everything welded up really nice, and get it painted. So I'm gonna pass this to the camera lady.
Alright. Whoa. Technical difficulties. But
So repeat time.
Kirky motor in there. Just measured where the exhaust is going to go right there. More than enough room for that. We just really need a...
That motor's sitting in there very straight and uniform.
Yeah, definitely going to have to run that extra cord with the oil cooler and everything.
Yeah, just because I don't know how the pump works on this thing.
Yeah.
Pick up and everything.
So definitely gonna have to do that, which is gonna be funzos, dude. And then don't know if you guys were able to hear, we're really gonna have to run like a transfer case because the mount for the frame right there is kind of close to the sprocket. So there's just gonna be a smaller sprocket right there, another smaller sprocket, and then transfers off are there. So we all good. But other than that, bueno.
I think this is just buttoned up. Made this the mount for it. We're gonna of course add some bracing throughout the whole thing. The mounts and the frame, some gusseting. That can come in a later video. I think right now what we're gonna start eyeballing for more to come. Yeah,
is really just the wiring up the motor and everything, and making sure everything is 100% good to go. Taking care of some problems that exist with that. But hey, dude, this
sets really nicely off the ground too.
Yeah, it does, dude.
Let's take it. Let's see if there's any movement.
Dude, the
Just
solid.
so you know. Oh man, we haven't got everything tightened down.
Or braced or anything, and that's pretty alright.
Yeah, for 109 horsepower, that should hold up.
Yeah. So I think that's where we're gonna end this video.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna do some off-camera work, just doing little stuff that they might not be interested in, or they can check out our last video that we did on this and some bracing.
And as always, we post stuff here and there on progress work on our Instagram page.
So hit that up. But other than that, guys, Tony, other than that, what?
That's all. I can't wait to get a haircut. I mean, that's all I have.
I mean, bamboozled. But thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Throw us a thumbs up. We'll be back here next time with a go-kart. Hopefully firing the motor up. See ya.